Welcome back, ladies and gents. We're in a bandit camp here. We are, I think the last episode we mentioned that perhaps we might go about completing this mission at Gaia Prime, but you know what? Let's just try and be thorough about this. There's plenty of things to do, plenty of things to see, and I've also thought about not collecting a few things, but I think that we miss out on a little bit of lore if we don't do that. So let us litter our map with the things, especially the vantages, and the Banuk figures comes along with it. A fairly decent bit of lore behind it. So, oh wow, oh goodness me, it's covered, absolutely covered. Let's just chill out. Let's just move around and find the little nooks and crannies in the map. And then when we come across various stories, various things to do, we'll do them. So we're just cleaning up. We are just cleaning up. Oh! I think this beast wants us to go a different way. I thought I could go this way, but I think it's properly closed off to us. So we may have to go around. I'm too much of a completionist to not do this, so I hope this is not boring for you. Tell me if it is. I mean, could you do without this? It's tough tits if you can't, because I think I'm going to do it anyway. It's going the wrong way. Let's start from here. In fact, we need to go and listen to Rost. That's what we need to do.
To think he built all this alone. So many memories. It's not home anymore.
It's too long.
Without Rost, there's nothing for me here anymore.
There isn't anything at his beautiful hovel, but there is his essence, his body, his place to speak to him.
Hi, Rost. I'll just take this off. Don't want him listening in. Hi, Rost. A lot has happened. So, I went inside the mountain. Do you remember the night before the proving? The final lesson you taught me? You said I needed to serve a purpose bigger than myself. Well, it couldn't get much bigger. It's the same purpose that drove Elizabeth and Gaia when they were willing to die for. So yeah, I'll do it. Give myself to that for Elizabeth and Gaia and for you. Well, I've got a master override to recover, so I guess I'll be on my way. Until next time, Rost.
Yeah, that's the destiny that Rost set her up for. He helped her get on her way with that. He laid the foundation by the way he was in his example that he set. And the world is a better place because of Rost. And by the time this video is released, I will have released on the main channel my documentary about Rost. So if you've seen that, comment below. Tell me what you think. Anything I missed? Anything, you know? Just tell me. Right, here we go. This is our access to the metal flower. We can't get on there. How are we getting up here? that's to get back. Oh no, here you go. Oh, what? Ah, here it is. Open up to me, flower. What poem have we got? Evening wind, water laps the heron's legs. That is a fragment. Evening wind, water laps the heron's legs. It's like a haiku, isn't it? A haiku is just a... do you remember anyone played Ghost of Tsushima? There was some collectibles choosing the content of the haikus. And that sounded like a haiku to me. A Japanese poem, just a few short lines. Okay, now let's hear this vantage point over here. So each vantage point comes with a visual stimulus, something from the old world, a stadium or a building or something like that. It comes with a voiceover and it comes with a little story behind it. And this is the story of a young man who grew up troubled in a world. And we'll read all about it. So let's head to it. These vantage points. A lovely bit of story in the hologram as you look at it, and a lovely bit of story in the text. I think what we'll do is we'll wait till we've got all the holograms and then we will read the text. So it just gives us some continuity. It's a wonderful story. And not one I completely remember, so I'm discovering it, rediscovering it. We're being blissfully ignored by the grazers. Not so much by the watchers. What have we got here? Got a buried... is this a tank? No, it's not. It's a machine. Might be a Deathbringer. Oh, that's a tank, yeah. Enduring victory. Bit of a casualty of war there. Watcher.
Need them soon enough.
Okay, so it doesn't give us the exact locale, but it gives us a general idea. Looks like it's there.
Another message from the ancient past.
A pocket shitstorm tour, day 2. My father guest lectured here. A 300-level military history course on the age of human manpower. Might as well have been teaching medieval siege tactics. I was 8 when he died.
Okay. So that's his some kind of air combat academy. So some of the machines are still around here. So if we look at that, I might be just going against what I just said, but air combat academy. Oh, go on, we'll read it. Hi, Ma. He brought me here once to see Baba teach. I didn't know it at the time, but the class was like something out of the 20th century. He stood behind a lectern in a real space lecture hall, raising his unamplified voice to be heard by flesh and blood cadets seated in plastic chairs. This being 45 or 46, our air forces must have already been 60 to 70% automated, but the academy was still old school, literally. So General Jerez talks about how in his career before this all kicked off, he signed the agreements and the paperwork to get more and more automation involved in the military. So it was his apathy and going along with progress that allowed that. I suppose the quaintness of the setting fit the subject. He was teaching the age of human air power, 1909 to whenever the hell. The cadets probably thought the question marks were wishful thinking or willful ignorance. From their perspective, the era of the human pilot was already over, but not for Baba. I can still see the medals he kept in that drawer in the bedroom. The inscriptions in Sanskrit touched the sky with glory, he said one meant. Even as a Commodore in the IAF, he'd kept flying. He still remembered what it was like to sit in a cockpit with his hand on the stick and his finger on the trigger. And that's how he died, June 5th, 2048. At the funeral, some metallurgic international rep said we should be proud he died defending free markets. Even then, I knew that was a lie. He died defending some metallurgic International's claim on a tantalum mine. That's what he died for. And why stop the truth-telling there? Really, he died because Metallurgic wasn't yet rich enough to afford a fully automated fleet. It's interesting, the highest, these different enterprises, be it growing fruits or industry or this, that and the other, they had to protect their land, and they had to do that. Or it became the habit to do that with these new machines that Pharaoh had pioneered. And however rich you are was however many of these you could afford. So your might was related to how much money you had. So they couldn't protect in the way that other companies could, Metallurgic. Because it wasn't cost-effective to upgrade a military surplus Razor Wing with improved electronics warfare gear. He died because human combat pilots were just as obsolete as the crates they put them in, and just as expendable. When he spiraled into the jungle, our family crashed with him. For weeks you couldn't get out of bed, and then came the hospital, me staying with neighbours. Even after you recovered, even when you said all the right things and promised we'd be okay, I didn't believe it. Something had broken between us. I felt like an orphan, and nothing seemed to matter anymore, which is how I lived for the next 7 years. So even just that word, that his name, Baba, obviously he was a figure in the family of great joy and respect and love, and his mother just couldn't handle that death, that sudden death. It wasn't an illness that she could prepare for, it was a sudden death, and obviously that relationship stripped from her like that sent her spiralling into some kind of depression, and that has a knock-on effect to this lad who couldn't connect with his parents. So yes, something had broken between us. It felt like an orphan, and nothing seemed to matter anymore, which is how I lived for the next 7 years. So when we learn about it, how he develops, he gets into trouble, he starts to act up, and this is because of the disconnect he felt with his parents, who you kind of need. You need a stable, strong parental figure, otherwise things can go wrong, depending on the recipient of the disconnect. Oh, the sun coming up. So that's like that's done. Got you. So that one was done. So then it turns green. So that means I've done it. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to head up to the mountain that fell. But we're going to do it by chaining a few things, just as a crow flies. So we'll grab this. back through the watches. I've got my stealth uniform on, so I'm quiet as a mouse. I can run up to these bad boys without too much drama. We can just creep out of the... We get a few seconds to twat him in the midriff with our spear and take him down. Okay, so there's something up here in this little Nora dwelling. That's because that's the training dummy. This is the hunting ground, isn't it? So it's the other side of the hunting ground. Okay, running straight past them didn't do much. They could see me a mile off. Right, coming up to Devil's Thirst here. Devil's Thirst is where the Outlanders that came and captured all those hostages way back when and took Alana, Rost's little girl, which set him spiralling. I've got to do this without getting too bogged down with machines. Right. That's a watcher. Okay.
Keep quiet now.
Where is it? It's supposed to be over there. I don't know. You can usually see. There it is. No, that's the dead watcher. It's supposed to be right here. Dead watcher. There we go. Okay. I'm going to take a look at some fish as well. That's a good one. That's not such a good one. Okay. Arches. A cracked and battered vessel. What's dear to the old ones? I don't know what arches are. A tool that seems to show the terrain of the Gatelands. Yeah, I don't know what that one is. Arches. Let me just look it up. Oh, it looks like it's a geographical location that we can actually see in game. I wonder where that is. I'll keep an eye out for that. Can't see it around here. I think it's a real-world geographical location. It's not something I'm familiar with. Okay. What we'll do is we'll go and get this metal flower, and then we'll head on up and we'll start the mountain that fell. We'll treat ourselves to a little poem beforehand, and I think this is next to some delicious looking thunderjaws. Oh, we're all the way over there.
Patterns on this flower.
Okay, we're running away. Even the morning, O swan, awake, arise, follow me. There is a land where no doubt nor sorrow have rule, where the terror of death is no more. There the woods of spring abloom, and the fragrant scent, he is I, is born on the wind. There the bee of the heart is deeply immersed and desires no other joy. Didn't really get the rhythm of that one. Okay. Let's head up here. Journeys to the ruins of Gaia Prime in search of the Master Override, her only hope to defeat Hades. I think something's amiss with my settings here. Dynamic. But there's no on-screen marker. The waypoint. Don't know where that's gone. But we're heading up to the bitter climb, so we've got a real mission here to deal with some machines. They are attracted in some way to this area, to the breakdown of Gaia Prime. Some charges. Oh, there's a raccoon there. That's a good raccoon. I'm going to ignore these charges, but I am going to pick up as much of this stuff as can be possibly got. We are full now, full to the brim of health, which I think we will need. So we've got a bit of a data point. This is some old construction.
Now they're hunting me.
Phantom limbs. Dictation on. My legs hurt. I keep reaching down to rub them, but of course they're not there. I tell you, it's one thing to hear about ghost limbs, another to be haunted by them. The moment my hand passes into empty space, I'm back in Bridgewater, and that nano haze is stripping my legs layer by layer as the squad's medbot drags me out of the line of fire. And I start screaming like I was screaming there. In two places at once, two halves, but one of them gone forever, dissolved. And through the wall of the infirmary I can hear them cheering the MRB for saving our asses. Covering our evac back here, crediting them with the NYC still standing after a week. Do they even hear when I start screaming? Sergeant says I'll have prosthetics fitted tomorrow, good as new. Both know he's lying. I'll never be good again. So obviously this is interesting about nano haze. It's stripping my legs layer by layer. Is it some kind of weapon? kind of so nanobots, like little nanobots attacking flesh. Very weird. Okay, now we've got the sign. The waypoints. Up we go. Right, let's make a little plan of making sure everything's created, crafted. Right, wants us to head on up. So when I've done this before, especially on the harder levels, I've found ways to kind of sneak through and once inevitably getting discovered.
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted?
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
Sort of rock climbing things.
Stalkers in the open. Watchers on the other side.
Okay. What we need is a little bit of cover, and then we can try and make a plan. There is something. I don't know where these stalkers are at all. Right, that's a dead watcher. We can't go through there because it is littered with those things. Those traps.
Snowfall. Getting colder.
I can hear them, but I can't see them. Let's try and head around the back here. Okay. I can hear them. I can bloody hear them. Right. Let's do some sneaking. Sneaky, sneaky, catchy, monkey. Let's kill what we can, because the watchers will give us away. Another watcher. But what is up here? So I'm kind of just coming around this way, aren't I? I'm just skirting the area. going the wrong way around, but I don't want to draw attention to our presence if I can help it. I really do hope I don't get anywhere near these disgusting stalkers. Okay. I think... I can't see them. Where are we going now? Here. Okay, well, we got away with that bit.
Do they think they're guarding Gaia?
I doubt they think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave.
Right, I'm going to go this way.
They're going down fast.
Okay, let's save here. Right, so we need to get round there. It's just, I think we're just going to have to try and skirt the area. I will get discovered, or I put it off as long as possible. These watches are easy pickings, as long as there's some scrub around the place. There's a Ravager there. Okay. Here we go. The glint hawk is blissfully unaware, grooming itself, having a little rest. Right, highlight track. Oh, Shiza. What else we got around here? There is a glint hawk, a stormbird to be had, I think. Just gonna, oh god, let's go over here. Okay, well, we dealt with that. Okay. But it doesn't get any better up here, I tell you that. I never remember how to get up. Here we go. Okay, we've got our stormbird. Should have really prepped what we're going to do here. Okay. So what should we go with? The rope caster, I think, is useful. So let's put that... I want to set it on fire as well. I'll tell you what, let's put that here. We won't set it on fire, we'll freeze them. Trouble is, if you set them on fire, what happens is it sends them to the ground, which is useful. So let's put fire there. Right, let's craft some potions. It's full of shock, this guy. Let's also put on an outfit which resists shock. The old Osram Spark worker.
Pick it up and move. Guessing that I'm almost there.
Correct.
Okay, where has he gone? There we go, there we go. That was timely. Okay, there we go. Now, that didn't last long. Oh dear, 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 dear. Where is he? Right, that didn't hurt us much at all. That's not working for me. That's not working for me at all. Where's he gone? Okay, he's there. Okay, he's gone. Okay, I'm gonna... This isn't working for me. Let's get this back in. Let's try and beast him. No, it's not that one we want. Oh, let's try the... I forgot about this. Let's try this. Oh my goodness, well, it's not killing me at all. That did. Right, come on, come on, come on. Right, there we go. Let's try and pepper it. Getting mad damage on it here. Well, that happened all at once. That happened all at once. 43 score, 42 tear. Thank you. Let's have a look at what we can craft here with those freeze and tear. No, that's not as good. What we got here? No. Okay, onwards and upwards towards Gaia. We're going to find out what happened in this area. We're going to find out all about the Alpha Prime scientists and operatives, and we're going to find out a bit about Ted Pharaoh. And what we're doing is we're getting the override to try and defeat Hades.